Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Where we left off, well, Sayori's out of the picture. That she committed seppuku or hang herself. No, it was hanging herself. Yeah, she committed, because seppuku used to, yeah, okay, yeah, it's yeah, there's Sayori missing away. I just noticed something too. I like how Monica picture is on Sayori now. So I must have glitched over there. Interesting. Okay, back to the game. Guys, bear with mind, I will not be doing voices. My voice is a little bit hurting today. So I feel like doing voices will not be the best thing. I'm gonna drink some coffee too. Give me a second. Ah, perfect. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jack. I didn't notice, but did her face change there for a sec? We gotta rewind. I'm not sure if her face changed. I didn't saw it. Oh my god, it did. Holy shit, okay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my god. That, guys, that was slightly disturbing. The way that Natsuki just a glitch in there. So so basically this game is about glitches, yeah. I'm understanding so far. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica? My girl, I don't see the words from Monica. I don't see the letters they write in. You're kind of blocking that, my girl. You're pretty though, I'm not gonna lie. For someone who keeps her manga, that's all I could see. Monica. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuko pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Jack. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yori shoots Natsuko with a disappointing glare. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you say, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I say anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. I feel like the music changed a little bit there. That was kind of odd. It like turned down a little bit. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. You're reaching to her bag and pull out a book. Damn, my girl, you're like Mary Poppins. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I pick out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is How Is a Girl Accidentally Being So Cute. She even pick out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yoi, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Oh, shit! My controller died. 1, 2, that word though. 3, the fact that I actually say it. The music is changing too. 4. Oh my god. Guys, I just realized something. And that is so creepy. Guys, do y'all see the background? Sayori is hanging over there. Oh my god, my heart stopped when I saw that. Sayori is hanging legit over there in the right side behind the right titty of Yuri. Over there in the back. That is creepy as hell. I'm generally freaking out a little bit. I'm actually generally freaking out. Phew. Well, you could read it in your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone settles in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activity for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Narasaki is rummaging around in the closet. That was creepy. Oh my god. My boys, my heart. Now it's not there anymore. The picture is not there. The picture is not there. I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm freaking out a little bit. Yep. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, too, I will feel bad for discussing her feelings. I mean, her distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper on her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this sense and I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them, basically. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, let me tell you. I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Poetry of Manok. There was an enormous looking eye symbol on the front eye cover. Basically about this religion camp that was turned into a human experiment person, and the person trapped, they all had this trait that turns them into killer machines that lust for power. That lust for blood. But the factory gets even more worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affecting them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler there, my boy. But anyway, I'm really into it. In case you don't know. The book, Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri may sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dog came from nowhere. Ah. I see. Are you not a fan of that sort of things, Jack? No, it's not that. I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and, like, on the reclusion on the outside, but her mind seems to be a completely different. It's just this kind of story. It's the kind of story that you look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but okay. Those letters became capital with blackness. Let me drink some water with this one now. And there we go. But because the war is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Alrighty then. Then suddenly I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, well, my holy body becomes numb. Then saw that it went fast. I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That's just me, you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my god! Okay. 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 That happened. Okay. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? You're starting to creep me out, my guy. Demonic bitch over here or what? Let me just get this book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into this... I sit next to Yori, basically. Ah! Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yori means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yori is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your thoughts. Okay. The problem is, guys, is skipping the dog parts. I can't, like, I'm not controlling that. That's skipping on its own, so I'm trying to read it as fast as I can. Yo, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. You're sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk onto it's up against Yori's, then hold my book between the two of us. Ah, I suppose so. Yori tamely closes her own cloply. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page, huh? Here. Yori takes her left arm. I'm generally creeped out because I feel like something creepy is about to happen now that we zoom in on her on the, you know, like the reading page. Yori takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yori slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. By holding it like this, we'll huddle even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yori's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yori's face again and her eyes me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if you take a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yori's no longer asked me if I was ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she finished the page before me, so I turned it by my own, you know, will, basically. We continue the first page in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey Yori, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of remind me of you a little bit. Yeah? No, I don't relate to this character at all. No. Definitely not. Yori? Why is your mouth open? And why are you sweating? Well, what's the book about? Because she looks a little bit nervous about that. I think the book about was experimenting and killing people. Yori, you're becoming sus a little bit. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things she's saying and all. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? No, never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up, rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Jack? Did something happen just now? Monica, what's up, my girl? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess, so you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Monica! How you gonna say that to me? I feel like all these bitches are now resentful to me because what happened to Sorori. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poem with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figure we'll get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I start my poem first? Monica, there you go, my girl. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want to know I'm putting her in effort, basically. Hi, Jack. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for this club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring up things, crazy lady. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jack. We're all a little bit embarrassed today. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Jack. I was going oh in my head by reading it. It's really metaphorically. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it works anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagination and sympathy. Sometimes I feel like Yuri mind is just totally detached from reality. I didn't mean that like in a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally giving up on people. She spends so much time in her book, in her own head, I mean, that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she used to be indulged like that. She must be really strive for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, basically. I think if she gets too sentimental, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poem with each other. Ah, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm just glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frequently glance at my surroundings, but my burnt eye can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of scrolling and playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crackle, closing in on me. The air I breathe desperately before it reaches my lung. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. But my boy, it's completely alright, you see? Yeah, that's kind of the style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. Sorry, my throat is like really messing up. I apologize for that. I need to get some more water in me. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of, I don't know what that word is. Harness. Recently, what the hell is that word? We gotta get our phone for that one, because I have no idea what the hell that is. And I kind of want to pronounce it to see, you know, like, what is it? Hang on. Let's see here. I usually pronounce English words that I don't know too well. That way I could learn it, basically. Epiphany?
Epiphany.
Oh, epiphany. That's what it is. Epiphany recently. Oh. Okay. Epiphany. Okay. It been influenced my poem a bit. Infinity? I just forget the word. Infinity? Epiphany. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brains get too fixed on a significant point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll really never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, Yuri's gonna like my poem, so let's go to Natsuki first. Because Yuri got that wonderful handwriting that I love so much. That fucking cursive that is like, ah! Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little bit blunt, don't you think? Well, excuse me. It's not like I say it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Oh, Lord. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fly, but that's about it. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. I told you that you wasn't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sympathetic and shit. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of writing for people to express themselves? Your writing styles wouldn't make your messages any less vital. Yeah, exactly. I like it when I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard in your head. About to say ass for some reason. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on you with wordplay. Like I said for a rhyme at the end of the day, at the end, but then made it full flat on purpose. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro, my boy. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, do you? Yeah, I guess not, huh? I decided to humor her with that last comment. Don't really know how everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud then I won't take it that away from her then. Yuri, of course. As Yuri, I notice her eyes lighten. Oh my god, sexy! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covered her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagination indicates you've written a lot of poems before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really, huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then look at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the word in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are significant writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick on that. I think most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberately. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separated from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is both styles and expressions are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as her demeanor totally changed. Her summer is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It makes you take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning about the simple thing and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki is a bit bass though. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that anyway. Sorry. It's fine. It's not like I don't care. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there was a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Ghosts underneath the light. I cannot read this because it's so much cursive. Guys, I'm sorry. I really can't read this. I'm trying. I really can't. God, that's really strong cursive. The light remaining streetlights to have restored the feast of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, that's much as I could get. Anyway, it must be this one. Bathing. The other one's on top of there. I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Oh, shush, you know it. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short, right? I usually write longer poems. Now, I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I guess. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story is about ghosts. Isn't it about a ghost at all, Jack? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that point orphans express their own thoughts and feelings in experiencing their work, basically. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being sympathetically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining places of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more deep than I thought, putting it in that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. Eh? It's not really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a two or thing for you. I could learn more from you, basically. Sorry. I said that wrongly. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoy it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jack. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced over the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. That sounded a little bit weird, that music right there. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They eagerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki eyebrow frowns in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returned to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the sympathetic or something? Did you miss the my standpoint? Did you miss the stuff that I was trying to do? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it and Jack did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First off, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spend a lot of time basically working on my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something practically inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Jack liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki certainly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not why Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you just jealous that Jack appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more, you piece of shit? And are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You know what? I wasn't the one who booze magically grew a size bigger as Jack suddenly showed up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Why did it mess up right there a little bit? Oh my god! Taking out your own insecurities on like that. You really act as young as you look. Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be Eggy, bitch? Eggy? Sorry, that's my lifestyle. It's too much for someone. What's going on? Of your mental age to comprehend, see? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get themselves over after, gosh, you know, if you want to prove yourself, then stop harassing others with your strange attitude. You think you can contribute, you talk to personalities by dressing cute and acting cute. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh my god, you really do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Oh yeah, go on. What is going on? Let Jack hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly yours turns to me as if she just knows I was standing there. Jack, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I end up as... Oh my god! Yuri! 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 What's going on? Monica? Hello? Monica? Hello? Hello? Monica? What? Monica? Hello? Guys, what's going on? Everything got really creepy, and they cuss each other out. Now Monica's legit on my whole entire TV. But I don't know what to do. I can't click anything. Oh, hello? Monica? Monica, I can't do anything. You want to tell me? Monica? What's going on? Monica? Hello? Monica, I can't push nothing. Hey, Jack. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to say all of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some present I am, right? I can't even comfort my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more adversarial sometimes. So it glitched and Monica was in the thingy. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palm on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Jack, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about this tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri's looking at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility to say. It's kind of sound like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Jack. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Oh my god! Okay. Okay. That was really odd. Yuri wanted to talk to me, but okay. But mess up. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Jack. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or Yuri, or if Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's chorus still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glanced over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading the manga at the desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here. So Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we usually like that. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you was considering and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I have already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Jack, don't say those kind of things. So frankly, they make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken aback by the calmly Natsuki addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I say. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Okay, that's kind of weird. Let me tell you why it's weird. Monica say that she'll forget today, and she ended up forgetting. That is so odd. Beyond odd. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... oh... my God. Lifelines okay. I appreciate you apologize. In a way, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Wow. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys wouldn't worry or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long in a way? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You will have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monica? Don't give me more credit than I deserve now. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of determination, basically. Still, I'm super impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometimes. Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jack. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I'm practicing so much recently, I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything the three of us talk about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off to the closet. Jack, since you compliment me, put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. Ah, I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and then pulls a copy of a book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? No. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time better here, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind of water with a filter inside. Can you hold this for me? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the desk, the teacher's desk, and then I'll get some water. She walks past me and settle the kettle down on the kitchen thingy. I suddenly watch her movement. To my surprise, the way she moves really construct her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appeals. Oh. Elegant, and okay. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take too long. Put your hand, Yuri. Hurry out. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like the last time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes passed. Yuri say it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be nearest the water's falling. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp in here like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer over. Yuri? Why? I reach a sharp... What the hell? I'm saving the game. Guys, this episode is very weird. It's beyond real. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Jack, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. You always set the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Huh. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting the show, and you notice, I was doing a little bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who I'm around with. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Jack. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. Don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Jack, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit more easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain frequently recently, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Anyway, always hunches over like that, right? Reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall. Teacups are outside. As if it's in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the bag, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. You always slice closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on something like this? On breathing like this? Alright guys, for now, we're gonna have to end it here, unfortunately. It's getting really good. Don't want to go too crazy because it's getting juicy. Did I save the game? Yes, I did. Let me save again. I'm gonna exit just in case anything over here. Pictures. I have another picture apparently. Isn't this... That's Sayori. Okay. So, Sayori is still there. Apparently. Okay, any fires? Oh. Okay. I hate this. I can't do nothing. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really easy to kill myself right now. But that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Okay. Characters? I don't want to mess with anything because, you know, it's the game. Alright, guys. As for now, this will have to be it once again, unfortunately. And I will see you all. Well, I do hope each and every one of you have a lovely night or day, depending on where you are. And remember, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.